What's going on, Jerome's? We did a record prediction video for the Minnesota Vikings in 2022, right when the schedule came out a couple months ago. But we wanted to go through and revise and rehash and talk about how the Vikings are going to fare this season, now that preseason training camp 53-man cuts are all in the rear view and the season is mercifully upon us. I mean, there's going to be actual football that counts in the standings Thursday evening. It's going to be great. Fantastic, man. So we want to run through predictions, and we're going to try and take our Homer hat off. And we'll just put this one on. Is Texas back? Yes, but probably not until they play Alabama. It's going to be kind of gross. Anyways, so first up, Greasy Grimy Green Bay Packers, America's game of the week, the late slot, week 1, historic U.S. Bank Stadium. Aaron Rodgers, how is he going to fare without Devontae Adams? Probably poorly. Bakhtiari is going to try and drag his ass out there. That defense will be legit, but they're also on the road, and also they're just trying to get to know each other. So, that's right. Putting a fat one up on there. Hey, I do not care that the national media jabroni haircuts and also the people who make the lines, blurred lines, yeah, they're trying to make it like, oh, the Vikings are going to be a 1.5 to 2 point underdogs. Oh, baloney. So 1-0 on the season. Eagles, Monday Night Football. This one is going to be a little bit sportier than you would think. I think the Eagles have a chance to be a sleeper team in the NFC. I think that they could potentially even win the NFC least. I do like Jalen Hurts. I do like me some Devontae Smith. This is the Jalen Reagor revenge game, baby. It's going to be exciting, man. I would love to see Reagor just drop a deuce on them and return a punt for a touchdown. Maybe catches a 70-yard bomb from Kirk Cousins. So I'm going to call it. Frankly, I think the Vikings are lucky that they're catching teams like the Packers, the Eagles, the Saints, and the Dolphins relatively early as they're trying to settle into the season. So like the Vikings get the jump on the Eagles, start out 2-0. Don't you know, getting things done in Philly. So then short week, Lions noon at home. Again, the Vikings, they benefit greatly in that they start off with 3 games in the division at home. They can get out to a fast start. And yes, the second half of the season, you are going to be on the road 3 times against the Lions, the Packers, and the Bears. Oh my, not really sweating it. Not really. I think by that point, the Vikings will have established their dominance enough that Week 17 at the Packers may not matter. Week 17 at the Bears certainly will not matter either. So I think the Vikings will be fine in that regard. So also, schedule-wise, it breaks nicely. 9 home games, only 7 true road games, as well as only 2 primetime games because the Vikings, not so much. Plus 1 neutral site game against the Saints. Plus, like we said, getting the Saints early before they settle into a groove, before they settle into what the new offense is going to be without stupid-ass Sean Payton, it's going to be interesting. But the Lions, I like the Lions a lot. I like Dan Campbell. I love me some Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Brad Holmes is developing a really nice team, but they're not quite ready, and the Vikings get the jump on 3-0, what you know. And then at Tottenham, to dare is to do. Tottenham ain't no Liverpool, but also, Liverpool ain't no Liverpool this year. Sweating that one out. So, the Saints. Again, I think it's a good thing that the Vikings are getting the Saints early. They have a great defense. Eric Wilson, by the way, is on the practice squad. Can Jameis really step it up? Can he develop on that potential that made him the number 1 overall pick? How is Kamara? Is Kamara going to be suspended at all? How is Michael Thomas going to be back in? What about Olave? I mean, the Saints are a very talented team, but I'm going to say the Vikings, they get it done. They get done. And again, this is not the Homer hat. This is neutral hat. We're just looking at this. Then you got the Bears at home. Justin Fields is going to have one of those old Matthew Stafford games where he came into TCF and was sacked like 12 times. Actually, I think it was 10. Don't want to exaggerate here. So I think it's going to be one of those. And the Vikings always just fall on their ass. It doesn't matter who's head coach. Well, it was mainly Zimmer. But the Vikings always have a game or two where it's no call, no show. And the Vikings, at this point, I mean, they're a young team. They do have some solid veteran leadership, but it's like top-heavy with vets, and then there's a lot of young guys. Like, the whole middle is sort of, So I think the Vikings actually go down to South Beach because they're jet-lagged from the Saints trip. All right, that's still carrying over. They took care of the Bears. Maybe they sort of sleepwalk through that game, but they get it done at home. And then you're in Miami. You're in South Beach. You're only a game away from a full week off. And then you don't have to travel the next week because then you got the Cardinals at home off a bye. So I think the Vikings actually drop one in Miami, where By this time, maybe Mike McD has him rolling strong. Maybe Teddy's in for Tua by this point. I think Tyreek and Waddle are two very interesting dynamic players, and that defense is pretty legit. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Vikings drop one heading into the bye. Let's see, format, merge cells, zoom in and enhance. Merge cells. There you go. All right, so the Vikings do not lose against the bye. Actually make that look. All right, so Vikings are. Oh, we're not even keeping tabs with the record. I'm stupid. If I was really good with spreadsheets, this would be an automatic counting, but I'm not. So there you go. So Vikings off the bye. Cardinals. I think Cardinals might be sneaky falling on their ass. I think that Arizona may have a chance to be, well, certainly sub 500 because you can't technically be 500 anymore, but 8-9. Somewhere in there. I think they're surely going to miss Nuke. I think that Hollywood Brown isn't a true wide receiver one. AJ Green is way past, as well as I do think that Rondale Moore, maybe he busts out, but also I don't think he's a true number one either. So I think that even though the Vikings are going to get a full load of Nuke in week 8 as he comes off his suspensions, but I think the Vikings get it done at home. Maybe the Cardinals have some fight, but They got some issues, man, especially along that defense, trying to replace Chandler Jones, trying to do this and that. Week 9 at Washington, the Kirk Cousins revenge game, man. So just getting after it. Man, I can't wait. Oh, I spaced on the record again. So the Vikings 6-1 rolling into Washington. I mean, the commies are a mess. I mean, I respect Ron Rivera. He deserves better than this mess in Washington. Carson Wentz, is he going to be benched by now? Like, is it going to be Slinging Sam Howell or Taylor Heineke revenge game in the Kirk Cousins revenge game? But Vikings go out and get it done. Now, week 10 is the big one, man. All right, so you got Case Keenum involved. You got Leslie Frazier involved. You got Stephon Diggs involved. You got the unicorn Zach Davidson involved. This is amazing, man. This is absolutely fantastic. It's going to be so traveling team. So this is going to be on Fox. If they're keeping the same things, because all right, so CBS is AFC, Fox is NFC, and if it's interconference, the TV rights generally go with the traveling team. So this will be on NFC on Fox. I mean, this should be flexed into the NFC game of the week or the Fox game of the week, unless they keep week 11 Vikings Cowboys there. Doesn't matter, but yeah. Again, we're putting our objective hat on. This is going to be a hell of a tough game. The Bills might end up with the best record in the league, so sort of is what it is. You're at home. So you got the Dallas Cowboys. You got Dak coming in. You got Jared Jones. The Anthony Barr, J-Ron Curse, Edwards game, revenge game, just getting back at it. So now this one's going to be tough because don't want to say that the Vikings are looking ahead to the Patriots, looking ahead to Thanksgiving, looking ahead to that mini bye, which the Vikings also, it spaces out very nicely. But I think that the Vikings will get after it. I think the lack of a true left tackle, Jason Peters is way gone. Also, I don't think Tyler Smith is ready to go, and Tyron won't be back by then, so they get after it at home. Love it. So super short week. So the Vikings are playing in the late afternoon slot Sunday, and then on Thursday night they're playing on Thanksgiving against the Patriots. And the mystique of Belichick, I'm a little bit worried about this roster. And I understand every time you count out the Patriots, they just come back and slap you in the face, but they don't have Brady anymore. They just don't. And Belichick is the greatest coach in NFL history, but that roster is not as talented as it has been in recent years. They took a step back last year with the rookie quarterback, Mac Jones. I don't know if Mac Jones is getting the offensive tutelage that he got last year with McDaniels, because now their OC is Joe Judge and freaking Matt Patricia, man. Just get the hell out of here. The Vikings actually roll on Thanksgiving. And then it's set up because you had your bye week 7. You have a mini bye after week 12 because you play on Thursday night. You're off that Sunday, and then you come back again Sunday noon, week 13 against the Jets. So the Vikings are set up very nicely. Take care of things against Zach Wilson and Zach Wilson's MILF friends. And then you have the Lions on the road. Could this be tricky? I mean, like we said, that the Vikings always have a no-call, no-show game. Could this one be it? And also, I'm slipping on the stupid counting again. What was this? 10-2? This is like a driving test. Hands at 10-2. Go ahead. But I'm actually going to say the Lions get it done. Lions get it done at home. And then the Vikings drop to 10-3. is what it is. I mean, the Lions are going to be a problem in the next couple of years. Maybe this is starting to show signs. Hell, maybe last year was starting to show signs. Yeah, because the Vikings, remember, the Vikings beat the Lions by the skin of their teeth at home, and then, of course, dropped one in dramatic, horrible fashion at Detroit last year. Colts, Week 15, TBD, the Matt Ryan Bowl. Also, the Afadi and Yannick the freaking Ngakoue Bowl. Getting it, man. But the Vikings, gonna be tough. Gonna be a tough one, but they get done against the Colts. The Vikings smoke the Giants. Daniel Jones maybe benched by this point. Maybe Ty God is playing quarterback. Who knows? Then the Packers. So the Vikings. Again, I slept on the stupid records. Vikings are 12-3. What it be? Packers, I think, may have like 8 or 9 wins at this point. So the division is sewn up, and I think the Vikings are just gonna rest some veterans. Just really, maybe they're in contention for the 1 seed, maybe not, but. Actually, I'm going to take that back. They're going to storm in the Green Bay and beat the absolute living piss out of the Packers. Piss-soaked paper bag. Lambeau's going to be half empty, and the half that is there is Vikings fans. You are. That's it. All right, so it's 13-3. And then lastly, Week 18 at the Bears. I'm going to take the L on this one because I actually think that the Vikings will have the 1 seed wrapped up. So 13-4, wanting some more. And again, the objective hat is on. Losing at the Dolphins, losing at the Bills, losing at the Lions, losing at the Bears. So you hold serve at home in 9 wins and you split on the road. That's the magic formula. That's the elixir, man. So the Vikings get it done 13-4, 1 seed. And then the Super Bowl, Go Glendale, rolls through historic U.S. Bank Stadium. I love it. Man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Take a look and re-predicting the Vikings 2022 season week by week. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.